Thank you. All right, so first thing, it's important to recognize where you are in the presentation when you're getting the objections. I'm like a stickler for details. So technically, when the client gives you an objection, it's an objection, and your response is the rebuttal. So the objection, if it happens too early, a lot of times you can blame it on my job. Okay? So no matter what they say in the beginning, you want to use feel, felt, found. Okay? Because keep in mind, the people that are buyers are the ones who are going to tell you they don't want to buy because they know that there's such a buyer that the only way they can get themselves to not buy is to not hear your presentation. So the people that tell you I don't want to buy up front are the ones that are going to buy, but you can't be meeting them with all this aggression up front. You need to kind of slide it off, and the best way to do it is to say, you know what, I completely understand where you guys are at. Okay, I've had people tell me that before, but my job is to deliver and explain your benefits and get you caught up with the other members. So the structure to that is feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. Other people have felt that way. Other people have told me that, and then blame it on my job. But my job, and then you got to know if you're the hard card, what my job is. My job is to deliver and explain your no-cost benefits, as well as some additional benefits you have to qualify for. It's just my job to answer your questions and get those delivered to you, right? If it's on a child safe, then it's going to be more like my job is to deliver and explain the family care program. The first part of it protects the family financially, the first part of it protects the kids, God forbid they go missing. The second part protects the family financially the day you go missing, okay? And then if it's anything else, you just got to know always what my job is, so you can use that as a catch-all kind of way to go around the objection rather than trying to go straight through it. But we all know the I want to think about it, the I can't afford it. Those are the most common ones. But how about when they tell you up front, I don't want to buy anything? How many times you get that when, look, I'm just going to save you some time? Think about this after you already drove an hour out there, okay? Yeah, you ain't saving me some time by telling me this. I'm going to save you some time. We don't want to buy anything today. Okay, how many people have gotten stuck with that before? I'm going to give you my favorite way, okay? And all I can really give you are my opinions anyway. But I'm going to give you my favorite way to handle that. So first thing is we're going to say, that's actually perfect because I'm a terrible salesman anyway. That's going to save me a ton of paperwork and a ton of time. Okay. However, I don't sell life insurance based off what you want. I'll sell it based off what you need. At this point, I'm not sure if there's a need for it yet, but we're going to go ahead and find out. That's why they set up the needs analysis. But it's just my job to deliver and explain your no-cost benefits as well as the additional benefits you have to qualify for. Okay. So again, that's perfect because I'm a terrible salesman anyway. While I'm like rotating my President's Club ring. I'm a terrible salesman anyway, but you're gonna be so glad that I'm here, okay? But that's actually gonna save me a ton of time. Oh man, I forgot where I was at. But I don't sell life insurance based off what you want. I sell it based off what you need, okay? And it's kind of too early right now to tell whether it's something you need or not, but that's why they have the needs analysis set up. But it's my job to deliver and explain these benefits and get you caught up with everybody else. And then you go right to wherever you are in your presentation. Wherever they stopped you, you go right back and then erase that shit from your brain like it never happened. The first time I did that, the lady was just straight up, I'm going to save you some time. I don't want to buy any life insurance. I said, that's perfect because I'm a terrible salesman anyway, but I don't sell based off what you want, what you need. And then just erased it from my brain, and then I ended up with like 1,000 ALP. She only had like 10,000 of whole life. She needed to get to 20 to 30, just showed her funeral inflation, and boom, it was done. Okay? So that's a really fun one. A lot of my rebuttals are structured in that way to where it's like feel, felt, found, right? So you can kind of almost make up your own ones. If you only have one think about it rebuttal, you're losing. Big money. Big money. Because everyone's going to tell you they want to think about it. You're either going to turn that into I can't afford it, but what happens if it doesn't work? What if they still say they want to think about it? You need to have 2 or 3 of them ready to go. So I'm going to give you 2 more. in addition to the one we have in our script, use the 3 times they want to think about it. So let's say you hit them with the one in the script, you tried to change it to affordability, it wasn't affordability, they just still want to think about it. So they tell you, I want to think about it again. You say, you know what, I completely understand where you guys are at. I've had people tell me that before, okay? However, when you really think about it, there's only 3 times when you actually think about life insurance. Okay, the first time is when someone close to us dies. And now we're starting to wonder where the money's going to come from to put the kids in school, to feed them, to clothe them, okay, to let the family life continue to go on, okay? The second time we think about life insurance is when we have a near-death experience ourselves, okay? And we start thinking about, man, what if I died? You know, what kind of situation would my family be in? Or it could be that your health had changed and you can't qualify anymore. And then the third time you think about it is when my beautiful face shows up. And I force you to think about it. Okay, so let's admit, before I came out here, you weren't thinking about this. It wasn't on the top of your to-do list. And when I leave here, if we don't get it done, it's going to go on the back burner just like everything else. And unfortunately, thinking about this won't protect your family. So the key is, Joe, getting your foot in the door.
Yes, that's key.
But keeping it comfortable.
Yes.
So is this comfortable right here? Or I'll go straight back into the ABCs. The biggest thing with closing and handling these objections is, what do you do after your rebuttal? Do you just sit there and stare at them? Or do you put the pressure back on them to pick an option? The point of a rebuttal is to erase the objection like it never happened and get you back to where you were. So think about your rebuttal as a big eraser. You're erasing the stupid shit they just said that made no sense after they said yes the whole way, right? You erase it and then proceed forward, okay? Like, you don't get to the middle of your presentation and just pause and wait for them to take control, do you? No. So get back to putting the pressure on them to pick an option. Another I want to think about it is going to be like this. They tell you, I want to think about it. You say, you know, Joe, I completely understand where you're at. And trust me, I would probably feel the same exact way. Okay? However, you know, I'm going through the folder here and I'm looking, but I can't seem to find any I was thinking about it claim forms. So what that means, Joe, is that if you don't have the policy in place, your wife won't be able to submit these I was thinking about it claim forms. All right? The truth is, we got to get it now. Because the longer you wait, the more expensive it's going to get and the bigger risk your family will be in. Okay? So the point is keeping it comfortable, but getting your foot in the door now. Okay? And then you proceed to close. That was the next one. You want to do this?
Keeper, the last one, that's it.
Last one, okay.
Keep it moving.
How many people do the walkout close? Okay, I'm not going to go into how to do it. Learn it from your manager, but basically the point is, if they're telling you they want to think about it, you say, you know, I completely understand where you guys are at, and I'll tell you what, I have to actually call my next appointment, so I'm going to give you the ability to think about it, and because of the enrollment basis, which your enrollment is today, either way, yes or no, the decision has to be made today. So just to give you guys some alone time to think about it, but still respect that enrollment period, I'm going to run out to my car, call my next appointment. It's going to take me about 10 or 15 minutes. So when you guys are ready, just flip the light switch and let me know it's cool to come back in. Or you can just tell them you'll be back in 10 minutes. They don't really have to do the light switch thing. But it kind of helps to give them more time if they need it. But when you're in the car, be thinking about all the reasons they're going to tell you no. Don't go out there and play Words with Friends, right? Don't go out there and play Candy Crush. Write down all the shit that they said that you think they're going to give you more objections about, okay? Like they can't do it because the kid is going to college or they just bought a new car or whatever this is. And have a rebuttal for all those objections ready to go and practice it. So when you come back in and they say, we talked about it, we're just going to go with option B like everybody else does. Then you'll be like, huh, okay, well, I thought you were going to go with option A, but no problem. Where were you guys born? Go straight into as soon as they pick an option, you got to go straight back into where were you born? What's your height and weight? What's your social, right? Proceed forward. But don't go in there with an unloaded gun. Got it?
Yep.
Good shit.